Pink houseplants are a wonderful way to add a pop of color to your indoor garden and hop on the Barbiecore trend. Whether you've always loved the color pink or the recent Barbiecore trend has given you some inspiration, there is no shortage of pink to enjoy in the plant world. Between pink variegation and adorable pink flowers, there are many ways to add this iconic color to your indoor garden. From the classic pink princess to more out-of-the-box houseplant choices, this list covers the staple pink houseplants you should add to your collection. But be warned, once you have one, you'll probably want them all. Here are the 15 prettiest pink houseplants to grow for your garden and to add to your collection. 17 prettiest pink houseplant to grow for your garden. 1. Polka dot plants. Botanically named Hypestes philostachya, the polka dot plant sports adorable spotted leaves in a range of colors. If you love pink, you will find what you need in this species, from soft pastels to vivid, almost neon pinks in an eye-catching mottled pattern. Polka dot plants are great for small spaces like shelving or your home office desk. The stems can grow quite tall, especially if they stretch out in low-light areas, but regular trimming will keep them compact. Their smaller stature and adaptability also make them ideal for planting in terrariums. While one polka dot plant will add some pink to your houseplant collection, they have far more impact when grouped together. Choose a few varieties with different shades of pink to highlight the colors of each one. A contrasting green variety can also make the pink stand out more amongst other plants. 2. Philodendron Pink Princess. Any list of pink houseplants has to start with the one that arguably sparked the trend in the first place, the Pink Princess philodendron. This Philodendron arubescens cultivar is one of the most sought-after pink plants available, beloved for its gorgeous pink variegation. Pink Princess philodendrons used to be rare and tough to come by. Thanks to this rarity, they also cost a lot, reserved for only the most avid houseplant collectors. Luckily, a few years have passed since this explosion. Now, these plants are much easier to find and budget-friendly, too. There is one downside to growing these plants that beginners may want to be aware of. The Pink Princess philodendron has a reputation for being a little fussier than other houseplants, particularly when it comes to light. Bright and direct light is a must to preserve the pink variegation without scorching the leaves. But if you're willing to put in the effort, this pink houseplant is an absolute must-have in any colorful collection. 3. Nerve plants. Phytonias have a similar look and shape to polka dot plants. But rather than a mottled pattern, they have contrasting colorful veins that look like nerves, hence the common name. The contrasting pink veins add a sense of drama to any space, whether pastel pink or almost red. Nerve plants also remain compact, spreading mostly outwards rather than upwards. If you live in a smaller space, you won't need to worry about finding room for this plant. It's also great for popping onto windowsills where they can receive plenty of light, although it's best to avoid direct sun to prevent scorching. If you really want to highlight the pink contrasting veins of this plant, I would plant it in a pink pot that matches the hue of the variety you've chosen. Alternatively, plant it in a terrarium with a pink polka dot plant for extra patterns. 4. Calathea. With massive patterned leaves that move throughout the day, it's hard not to love calathea. This movement lends them their common name, prayer plant, along with other plants from the similar genus Maranta. But where they really shine is in color, particularly when choosing pink cultivars. Popular calathea like the pink striped calathea sport a touch of pink in stripes that look almost painted on. But if that's not enough pink for you, there are many other cultivars to choose from. Pink Star and Rosie have largely purplish pink leaves with only touches of green, while Dottie has larger pink margins for a pop of color. Like the Pink Princess, calathea are not ideal for beginners. They are known for wilting quickly and browning at the edges if they aren't placed in the right environment. Maintaining a consistent watering routine, giving them plenty of light, and placing them in a high humidity spot will help them look as lush as the day you bought them. 5. Caladium. A close-up of several caladium plants, their vibrantly colored leaves the stars of the show. The leaves are heart-shaped and range in color from pink and green to white and green, with veins of emerald green tracing their delicate patterns. The pots holding the plants are just as varied as the foliage. Caladiums, thriving in warmth and shade, are available in many pink cultivars like Pink Illusion. Caladiums are not the most common houseplants. However, Their affinity for warmer conditions and shady areas make these tropical beauties ideal houseplants. There is no shortage of pink cultivars to choose from. With names like Pink Illusion, Pink Cloud, and Pink Sunset, you can be sure you'll have plenty of pink in your houseplant collection. While many have solid pink leaves, there are also plenty of varieties with a combination of colors in different patterns if you want something a little more unique. With so much variety between cultivars, choosing the right one for your space is easy. If you want a standout corner plant, look for a cultivar with larger leaves. Something smaller will be a better option if you want a plant to fit on a shelf or tabletop. 6. Anthuriums. Anthuriums are classic houseplants that have seen a big comeback in recent years. They are often given as gifts or collected for their bright inflorescences. Many think the colorful flower is actually a waxy, modified leaf surrounding the central spadix, but it's not a leaf. Traditional red is one of the most recognizable anthurium colors, but certainly not the only one. Anthuriums are available with the classic Barbie pink, with glossy green leaves to provide contrast. For something a little more dramatic, look for the deeper anthuriums with an almost purple-pink hue. If you want to enjoy this touch of pink indoors, the right conditions are essential. Pushing up flowers takes plenty of work, so less than optimal care will likely leave you with green leaves only. They need plenty of bright indirect light and even some direct morning sun, along with regular feeding, to provide the resources needed to flower. 7. Rubber plant. To fill empty corners in your home with a pink statement plant, Ficus elastica is a beginner-friendly go-to. This tree can reach impressive heights outdoors in warm climates and also grows well indoors, thanks to its adaptation to its tropical native habitat. There are two main cultivars to choose from if a Barbiecore aesthetic is what you're looking for. Ruby has the most intense pink hue, intensified by keeping the tree in brighter areas in your home. Tineke is another popular choice with a combination of pink and cream variegation on green leaves. Plenty of sunlight is essential to get the most color out of your rubber plant. They even appreciate some direct sun indoors, as long as it is not too harsh. Better lighting conditions will deepen the pink hue and help the plant produce even more colorful leaves to enjoy. 8. Syngonium. Commonly known as arrowhead vines, syngoniums are resilient plants great for beginners. They adapt well to various environments, so much so that they are considered invasive in a few warmer regions. Luckily, keeping them indoors and confined to containers removes that risk and allows you to enjoy their stunning patterned leaves risk-free. There are several pink syngonium varieties, each with a wonderfully delicate look. Pink Splash is one of the most well-known, but others like Neon and Red Heart make just as much of an impact. Availability may be a concern, depending on your area, so check locally to see which varieties are available. You can also order online from reputable sellers if you can't find any in your region. Syngoniums are not difficult to grow, making them suitable for beginner gardeners. These colored variations will need a little more light than other varieties due to the lack of chlorophyll in the leaves, but beyond that, they are not fussy plants. Another beginner-friendly choice, Chinese evergreens are incredibly tough and could be labeled almost impossible to kill. There are so many cultivars to choose from with unique patterns, including a subtle or in-your-face pink hue. Siam Pink and Lady Valentine are just a few of the cultivars that feature pink splashes against green foliage, creating a stunning contrast. These plants are remarkably tolerant of low light conditions, making them ideal for spaces that don't receive abundant natural sunlight. However, to truly bring out the vibrancy of their pink hues, a spot with bright, indirect light is recommended. What makes Aglaonema a favorite is its forgiving nature. They're not fussy about humidity, don't need feeding often, and can tolerate the occasional mist watering. The one thing they don't respond well to is root rot, so avoid overwatering or planting in containers without drainage holes. Keeping it away from direct sunlight will also ensure its leaves remain vibrant without burning. 10. Begonia. Begonia is an incredibly diverse genus, grown indoors and outside for its ornamental foliage and adorable flowers. While most varieties are used as bedding plants, several, such as Begonia rex, are also suitable for growing as indoor plants. Many begonias sport pink flowers that add a more subtle pop of color at restricted times of the year. These blossoms are cute, but for a stronger pink influence, look for varieties with pink in the leaves. These are harder to come by, Some only have a pink tinge on the undersides of the leaves, but they make much more of an impact when not in flower than those with green leaves and pink flowers. To see as many flowers as possible, you'll need to place the container in an area with bright indirect light and preferably a little early morning direct sun. They also prefer consistent moisture to look their best but dislike sitting in soggy soil. 11. Dracaena. A close-up of a group of pink Dracaena marginata leaves. The leaves are a vibrant shade of pink, elongated and sword-shaped. Strong stems and pink-lined leaves define Dracaenas for a striking appearance indoors. To add a more structural look to your indoor garden, any member of the Dracaena genus is the answer. But Dracaena marginata, Colorama, is the one to look for if you want it with a splash of pink. With strong stems and long, strappy leaves lined in vivid pink tones, this houseplant is bound to turn heads. Dracaenas are also known for their resilience. I've had a Colorama in my collection for years, and the only thing that's truly done any damage among my many mishaps is me dropping it and snapping a stem by accident. I've left it too long without water, moved it from low light to direct morning sun, and it has never shown any signs of struggle. The only downside to growing these plants is that they develop quite slowly. If you want a larger plant to fill space, it's best to buy a larger one outright than to wait years for it to fill out into a tree-like shape. 12. Kalanchoe. A close-up of a bunch of pink kalanchoe flowers against a blurred backdrop. The flowers are in various shades of pink, from a light blush to a deep magenta. Some of the flowers are open and fully bloomed, while others are still tightly closed in buds. The petals of the flowers are smooth and glossy, and they have a delicate, almost translucent quality. This vibrant succulent adds a splash of pink with its prolific blossoms indoors. Kalanchoe is a go-to choice for any colorful houseplant collection, known for its vibrant flowers and plump succulent leaves. This genus includes several varieties that bring a lively splash of pink to your indoor garden through their blooms, particularly Kalanchoe blossfeldiana, one of the most widely grown kalanchoes indoors. As a succulent, this plant thrives in well-draining soil and requires limited watering, making it a great choice for those who often forget to keep up with their houseplant maintenance. They need the soil to dry out completely between waterings to prevent root rot. Bright, indirect light is necessary for kalanchoes to bloom profusely. While it can tolerate lower light levels, you might notice fewer flowers or leggier growth in poorer conditions. If you're lucky enough to have a spot with a few hours of gentle morning sunlight, you'll see much better flowers and an extended touch of pink indoors. 13. Cordyline. Captivating close-up of a cordyline red star plant. Lush, sword-shaped leaves unfurl from a central stalk, their deep burgundy margins contrasting with the plant's vibrant green center. Delicate veins trace intricate patterns across the leaves, adding to their textural richness. Great for making a bold statement, cordyline is an underused houseplant. Cordyline is often overlooked as a houseplant but deserves more attention for its indoor adaptability and impressive color. Originating from tropical regions, cordyline thrives indoors thanks to its preference for warm and humid environments, similar to the conditions found in our homes. Varieties like cordyline, pink passion, and electric pink are particularly notable for their vibrant pink streaks, making them must-haves in a pink houseplant collection. They require a bit more space than your average houseplant but work well as floor plants in spacious areas or corners. Despite their intricate look, caring for cordyline indoors is relatively straightforward. They prefer bright, indirect light like other houseplants and appreciate some direct morning sun. Regular watering is essential to help the leaves maintain structure, but it's important to let the soil dry out slightly between waterings to prevent rot. 14. Stromanth. Nature's brushstrokes come alive in a close-up of a Stromanth sanguinea, tricolor, leaf, where shades of green, pink, and white dance alongside a web of spring green veins. Delicate veins, like threads of spring green silk, trace their way through the vibrant mosaic. Despite its intricate look, Stromanth is affordable and straightforward to maintain. Last but certainly not least, we have Stromanth, particularly the trio star Stromanth, for lovers of pink, as it's ideal for those wanting unique foliage to decorate their indoor space. Known for its striking variegation, this species features leaves with mixed cream, green, and pink hues. The underside of the leaves adds to the drama with a rich, deep purple. This variegation pattern and intricate coloring have catapulted Stromanth to popularity in recent years. Despite its complex look, it is not rare or pricey and is surprisingly easy to care for. Light is the main concern in maintaining their variegation, but as long as you avoid low-light areas in your home, you shouldn't have trouble growing these leafy beauties. These plants thrive in higher humidity environments and look lusher when there is plenty of moisture in the air. If your home is drier, consider using a humidifier or placing the plant on a pebble tray with water to increase the surrounding moisture. 15. Earth Star Bromeliad. With compact, distinctly star-shaped rosettes and a compact habit, Earth Star bromeliads can be tucked just about anywhere. Their stiff, spiny foliage is striped in green and pink, with red and yellow varieties also available. Unlike other bromeliads that grow as epiphytes, Earth Stars live on the rainforest floor and produce a more robust root system than aerial species. They take up water from the soil, rather than from the cup of their foliage, thus need to be potted in a medium that holds moisture well. 16. Arrowhead. The pink arrowhead plant, or Syngonium neon robusta if you want to get scientific, is the beautiful pink variety of the popular arrowhead family. Their gorgeous arrow-shaped leaves look like pink hearts, bringing color and love to any room. As a low-maintenance plant, they are incredibly easy to care for, making it the perfect plant even for the most beginner plant parent. 17. Pink Panther, Calisea. To finish this roundup of the prettiest pink plants, we have the popular Pink Panther, Calisea plant. With muted striped leaves in pink, green and white, this pink plant can add the perfect splash of color to your home. With succulent-like qualities, warm and bright is the way to go with this one. Keep it in a pot by itself, hanging over the edge of shared pots or planted out in a rocky garden. As long as there is decent drainage with semi-regular watering, this beauty will thrive. For my fellow lovers of pink, you're bound to find a plant you'll fall in love with on this list. Whether you want all-out pink or a few pops of color here and there is a perfect houseplant for you. I hope you enjoyed seeing 17 prettiest pink houseplant of my favorite pink plants today, plus that it's offered some houseplant inspiration for you.